Boy, did he emerge at the end of last season with everything they thought they were drafting. He was a perfect 8 of 8 in the postseason. Justin Miller led the NFL kickoff return average last year. He's the only Jet back deep. A low driving kick that will go through the end zone, bringing Pennington and the Jets out to the 20. Chad Pennington, the big acquisition in the offseason. They also now have Leon Washington in the game for the first snap, going shotgun. And it's Washington coming out of the backfield in motion. So going empty here. Pennington works the middle, has his man near the 30, and that's Cotchery for a gain. We will see Asante Samuel today. He is up. He is dressed for the game. 2nd down and 1. And Jones in the backfield. His first official handle as a Jet, goes for a first down. Picks up 3 yards. Jones had been listed as questionable all week long with a calf injury. Suffered in early August, did not practice until the last week. You saw him on Friday. What did you think, Phil?
He looked fast, real fast. And Chad Pennington excited about Thomas Jones. This no-huddle offense, of course, it's not a surprise to the Patriots. They expected to see it today from the Jets.
They've got Smith out to the left, Brad Smith, and Leon Washington now in the backfield. Poles and Cotchery in the formation to the right. Stretch it out and run it with Washington. He was dragged from behind, able to shake free at first of Colvin, and then picks up another 3 yards. Let's take a look at our first Sim spotlight of the season.
Well, Jim, as you look at this today, this game, it's turned into a great rivalry. The Brady Bill for the New England Patriots. Can Tom Brady deal with the blitz? And for the Jets, it's a lot of movement on both sides of the ball. They try to confuse you, then take advantage of you.
So right out with the no huddle, remaining with it at the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Justin McCarron has come in. Jets wide receiver who's looked good in camp this year. Pennington tosses it over to Leon Washington for another first down. And he's able to stretch it out to the 45. Eugene Wilson had a hold of him along with Hobbs, but it goes for 11 yards and they move the chains again.
Well, when you look at this, what the New York Jets are doing, that time Washington comes out of the backfield. It's the movement. They shift a few people around. They wait for the Patriots to get in their defense. Then Chad Pennington calls out the play. So a lot of pressure on Chad Pennington, but they've done this all offseason and last year. They're good at it.
Kovalewski on a wing to the left. Practice squad player a year ago out of Syracuse. And it's Thomas Jones bouncing around near the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard.
Well, I'm sorry, Jim, as you watch Thomas Jones in this game today, the Jets so excited about having him here. Something they definitely lacked last year, a franchise running back. And as they said to us, last year we did it with smoke and mirrors in the run game. This year, Thomas Jones, 9 yards behind the center. They want to line up and say, here we come.
They fake to Jones. Pennington working the middle again, and it's batted around. Nearly picked. Dallas Thomas got a hand on it. They were going for Cotchery.
Yeah, this is a play the Jets run. A lot of teams in the NFL started doing it. It's send the receiver down the field. If he can't get deep, he hooks up. Otherwise, if he can, he tries to run by him. It looked wide open to the quarterback, Chad Pennington. But at Dallas Thomas, he read Chad Pennington's eyes. He broke for the football and broke it up. Good job by him.
He said, how could I not hold on to that one? Right in my hands.
He's 6'3", about 270 pounds. You can't have it all.
So now 3rd down for the Jets. 3rd and 9. Pennington. And this is going to come up just shy of the first of the pairs with Cotchery going for about 8 yards. So the first decision of the season. It's 4th and about a half yard to go.
Yeah, it's definitely a short yard. And the Jets, they have a Brad Smith package.
Now they think it over and bring out the punting unit. What do you think, Phil?
Well, I think it's a good call. You know, the guy on the other side, Tom Brady's pretty good. And why give him a short field if you miss it early in the game? You don't want to give the momentum to the New England Patriots. Good decision to punt.
So Ben Graham comes in. End over end. Falk. Fair catch at the 9. That's where Tom Brady and the Patriots will operate on offense for the first time this year. After a 37-yard punt down inside the 10. Well, look at Randy Moss entering the huddle as the Patriots get set for their first play of the season. Remember there, it was Spikes knocking it out of the hands of Brady. Fletcher scooping it up, and it went for a Buffalo touchdown. This year it's Maroney on the first play, and he breaks out near the 20-yard line. A beautiful 11-yard run by Lawrence Maroney. Broke away from Sean Ellis. Brady, 6 appearances here against the Jets. He's 6-0. Maroney becomes the primary back, and it's Maroney getting the carry again, and it's another impressive run. We'll give him 4 yards. Coleman able. The entire linebacking group returns from a year ago. Dyson inactive today. And the rookie, Revis, starts his first game.
Yeah, it's your first start. Cover Randy Moss.
That's all.
Yeah, that's it. It's easy. This NFL is not that difficult.
2nd down and 6. Ryan O'Callahan has come in to bolster that line, and they go back with Maroney. And he does a little bit of that, well, you call it jab and weave. That's a little bob and weave for Maroney in his 2nd season. Last year, it was Maroney and Dillon. He finished with over 700 yards rushing.
Well, when you look at Lawrence Maroney, played very little during the preseason, off-season shoulder surgery, and you know, it's always a risk when you got a young running back not playing much in the preseason. But he shows right away he's got the feel for the game, and physically you know he's fresh.
Their first 3 plays have all been running plays with Maroney. That shoulder injury really goes back to his freshman year at Minnesota. Here's Welker now. Brady hits his first pass, and Welker able to race out near the first down. We'll give him about 9. And Welker, again, one of 4 receivers, joining Stallworth and Randy Moss and Kelly Washington, giving them a whole new fleet out there with Jabbar Gaffney, a holdover from last season.
Yeah, you know, I make fun of it all the time. You know, the Patriots and Tom Brady, they go to the AFC Championship, but everybody talked about he needed more weapons, so they went out and got him 4 new receivers. And they all they all have their different strengths, so which is the way you want it.
2nd and 1, Maroney again able to pick up a first. That one goes for about 6.
Yeah, as you watch, when you watch the game so far, what did the Jets do? No huddle, doing a lot of different stuff. You know, it's like we said, a little bit of we're going to try to trick you. What are the Patriots doing? Lining up. Double tight end sometimes, 1 wide receiver, and here comes our big running back right at you. These first few plays illustrate what both teams are about.
It's Maroney again, this time in the middle, and for the first time the Jets able to smother that situation. Hold them back for about a 1-yard gain. It was Robertson and Eric Coleman coming up.
Yeah, well, you know what happened is the Jets, they said, all right, enough of this running. We can't stand in there and stop you. So they just have the safety. Coleman that time flies up to the line of scrimmage. He's not accounted for. Good job by him, and he makes the tackle.
Maroney out, and Kevin Falk in. Gaffney in the lineup, along with Kelly Washington. 2nd down and 9. Brady, excellent protection. Tries it right side, finds Welker again. 2nd catch for Welker, and it looks like he has another first.
So many people, and we do it too, we're guilty. All you do is talk about Randy Moss, but this guy, 83. Everybody remembers Wayne Corbett. Well, this is Wayne Corbett, has all the same characteristics, but probably just a little faster. He's quick, a fierce competitor, tough, catches the football, and when you're an inside receiver in the NFL, you're going to get your chances to catch a lot of passes. So Wes Welker is going to be a factor this year for the Patriots.
And Sammy Morris in the game, and he's got running room. Plowing his way to the 30.
Wow.
Gary Rhodes finally tackles him after a gain of 13.
Well, last night, Jim Nantz says to Bill Belichick as we watch Sammy Morris run, nice hole, I guess Lawrence Maroney is going to be your feature back. And he goes, well, you can say that. I'm not saying that.
Those are your words, not
Those
mine.
are your words. And Jim,
I still like the odds that Maroney's going to be their main back.
Well, Bill Belichick's point was, we play everybody.
And we've seen that already with Falks now back in there for the second time. Maroney did the bulk of the work early on this drive. Now Brady wide open. It is Moss. Moss floating free and tackled at the 12-yard line.
Oh, boy. Well, here's what happens. They're running it. The Jets are going, we can't stop it. So it's one-on-one. Nice move on the outside. Randy Moss against Miller and just leaves him behind. Tom Brady, he knows there's just a safety in the middle, nobody underneath. It doesn't get easier for a quarterback. So you hear it all the time, the great cliche, you run it well, it helps the quarterback. Good example right there.
He goes for 18 yards. First down from the Jets, 13. The drive that began at the 9-yard line. Maroney trying to cut back, find some room. Gains about 2. Well, your big question was, will Randy Moss be able to rekindle the magic? Will he look like the Moss of old? And
no, he looked okay there. It wasn't the Moss of old. The Moss of old would have grabbed that, and you would have, and it's a touchdown.
Boy, he did get Justin Miller getting his feet all tangled
Well, he did
up.
that off the line. That was wonderful. But I'm talking about once he catches it, that top-end speed that he had when he first came in the league. I don't know if he can get to that, but he's still fast. He's a good route runner, and he's really tall.
11th play of this opening drive for the Patriots. And Welker slipped, and Revis almost able to come over on the deflection and make the pick.
Quarterback's nightmare. You look at the coverage, you go, I'm going outside, and he got his feet out in front of him. When a receiver gets his feet from underneath his shoulders, most of the time they're going to end up slipping, even when the surface is perfect like it is here at Giant Stadium.
Subs flying in from both sidelines. The Patriots keep Watson in there and Falk in the lineup. Welker to the right with Gaffney. Moss to the left. Brady going gun on the 12th play of this drive and a timeout. Had only a second to go on the play clock. Third down on the way here in the Patriots' first series. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here at the Meadowlands. Patriots third down and 8. You see the Patriots scored on the last 16 red zone drives of last season. Looking left, going Welker. Welker shakes free, and he's in for the touchdown. He escaped David Barrett.
It's almost a replica of what the Patriots did last year in the playoff game against the Jets. The Jets showing blitz. Look at everybody at the line of scrimmage. Tom Brady catches it, get rid of the football quick, and you got to know as a defensive back, when there's an all-out blitz, you got to make sure the tackle, that time, Barrett comes up too quick and hard. Wes Welker quick goes right around him.
His third catch on that drive. Lonnie Paxton to Castle, the holder, and Gostowski right down the middle. 91-yard drive to open the season for that Patriot offense. 7-0. Well, it's not too late to run your own fantasy league with Fantasy Football Commissioner, the award-winning league manager from CBSSports.com. Try it now free for 14 days at football.cbssports.com. Wes Welker, in 47 career games before today, had 1 receiving touchdown. Now, last year, he had 67 catches as a member of the Dolphins, 1 going for a score. Catches 3 on his first series as a Patriot, including a touchdown.
Well, I don't know what to say. It's bad coaching. The receiving skills that he has, they didn't just come overnight. He had them in college.
Good.
I guess a lot of people didn't think he'd get it done because of his size.
And there's Miller fielding it at the 5. And a good piece of running, but he fumbled the football. Ball squirts out across the 30. And a signal to the Jets.
We almost heard our first boo of the year. If that had been a fumble, these Jet fans.
Chris Baker with the recovery, an absolutely crucial recovery after that first drive by the Patriots right down their throats. We are back at the Meadowlands, 7-0 New England. We saw Asante Samuel. He comes in for this second drive of the game for the Jets. A holdout from most of camp for New England. Signed the end of August. Pennington's pass to Coles, and he is knocked down forcefully by Thomas.
You know, Jim, I want to go back to the touchdown. Tom Brady sets up his protection. You think arm strength means nothing in the NFL? A blitz. Tom Brady throws a Roger Clemens fastball out there, and what that does, it cuts down the reaction time for the corner. So it goes unnoticed all the time in this league, but when you have a strong arm, it does create plays, and that was one good example.
You said you could hear that pass pop the pads of Welker all the way up here.
That's right, even with you talking.
I wasn't saying it, but there were about 70,000 people screaming, and you still heard it. Second down and 4. And Jones, step move first. And able to go out after a gain of a yard. Pushed out by Samuel. We got an update. Over to James Brown.
Jim and Phil, you heard the guys teasing that the Steelers will be more wide open. Take a look at Roethlisberger off the back foot. Hines Ward, corner of the end zone. Make it 10-0 Steelers. They won 7 straight over the Browns. Back to Jim and Phil.
Thank you, JB. Rough start there for Cleveland. Going with Charlie Fry, quarterback today. You like the Browns' chances in that game?
Yeah, it was my upset special.
Still could happen. You're bailing on them already, huh?
Oh, I'm quick. I'm a fan. Hell, I'll bail on them quick. That's right.
Third down and 3. They look for Brad Smith, and now Pennington flushed out. Coles comes over to throw a block, and he is dropped maybe about a yard shy of the first.
Jim, here's a play the Jets ran last year, the Patriots. They tried to throw a quick screen outside, and the Patriots just destroyed it. So they were trying to get the corner to come up and throw a bomb over the top. And the Patriots go, you think they got it covered? They got 3 defenders out there on 2 guys. They are not fooled by what the Jets just did. Bill Belichick, after the last series by the Jets offense, got on the old grease board and had the whole defense around him and was going over adjustments.
4th and 1, Graham punting for the second time. Walker lets it go, and it bounds into the end zone, a touchback. 58 yards, 38 net. Brady coming out for the second time. Telemarketing fraud on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric. Sammy Morris in the backfield to open up this drive. Play action fake to Morris. Brady just froze the Jets, had all kinds of time. And Stallworth now has his first catch as a Patriot.
Froze the Jets. I'm going, why aren't they tackling the runner? It got me. I thought he handed it off, and terrific fake, and the Patriots love to do this. Look at that time, because that fake was so good that it got the defense. Everybody's covered down the field. There's a defender right there, and Dante Stallworth, excellent. You're covered. Quarterback has time, change your route, gets open, good throw.
Goes for 19 yards. Kelly Washington lined up far to the right. And that's Sammy Morris. And he is met head on by 4 members of that Jets defense, losing a yard.
Well, right now, here we are, still in the first quarter. The Jets defense has gotten closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. So that's good, because they're going to get aggressive and try to make it happen. But the bad side is Tom Brady, they're expecting it, and they want to make some big plays and make the Jets pay for their blitzing ways. This looks like another blitz.
They're going with 4 wideouts. Jets bring in Hank Poteet. Thomas picked up in a double team, trying to get in on Brady, who steps up away from the pressure. Welker with another grab. And then Miller and others knock him back. Hobson, they've set up 3rd down. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Well, the coverage is good down the field. The Jets come out of the blitz. They run players everywhere, so they've got it defended. There's nowhere to throw the ball. I was watching, and Tom Brady had so much time, he panicked twice. Finally got his composure and says, uh-oh, There he is, Wes Welker once again open in the right flat.
4 catches in this first quarter for Welker. 1 by Moss, 1 by Stallworth. 3rd down and 3. Welker right off his hands, about to make the move.
Yep. I could tell from here, Wes Welker absolutely is turning too quick. Really good shot. His eyes were down the field, and he knows better. 3rd and short, secure the catch, fall down. That's all you need to do.
Chris Hansen signed in the last 10 days as the Patriots punter. That's Leon Washington backing away from it. Favorable bounce, and Andrews able to help down it. The Jet picks it up. That's flag down as well. That's Washington who came back to field it with the flag. Ball is down at the 1-yard line. Jeff Triplett is our referee. A beautiful 52-yard punt by Hansen.
Illegal touching of a kick. Number 23 of the kicking team. That foul occurred, the touching inside the 5-yard line. Therefore, by rule, it is a touchback. 1st and 10, Jets.
So the legal touching called against Willie Andrews, and the Jets will bring the ball out now to the 20-yard line. Crossed New England about 18, 19 yards. Coming up after the game, Roger Federer goes for history. Yet again, an unprecedented 4th straight U.S. Open title. That's what he seeks. He'll be battling the last man to defeat him, Novak Djokovic, and the men's championship later today on CBS. The MetLife Blimp Snoopy 2 providing today's aerial coverage. MetLife Blimps teaming up with CBS for more coverage all football season long. That's Jones. And he goes for about a yard. That's all. Wilfork wraps him up quickly. Jets showed a little life on their first series after taking the opening kick, picked up some first downs. So he had a 1,200-yard season a year ago, including 122 yards in the Super Bowl. And then in that NFC title game victory over New Orleans, 123 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Pennington's pass intended for Baker.
Yeah, just too late. Chris Baker wide open right from the start down the middle. It took Chad Pennington just a little too long to find him. When he pulled the trigger, he did the right thing, threw it behind him. You know, as I look at these two teams on the field, Jim, and you did the Jet-Patriots game last year, it looks like the Patriots grew. They actually look bigger compared to the Jets, which I know they did get some big players. Davis Thomas, one of them.
And this is whistled dead. A timeout called before the snap by New England. Got caught in a little bit of a defensive transition. They have 1 timeout left in the half.
Each fall, the legends come.
Men's final, the Federer-Djokovic match, which you'll see later today on CBS. 3rd down and 9. The pressure. They get to Pennington and Deckham at the 11. Vrabel coming in. Ty Warren.
Well, the Patriots have played the Jets, 2 blitzers. Junior Seau, Mike Vrabel to the outside. The Jets, they have it picked up, but physically, Mike Vrabel beats Anthony Clement.
It's the end of the quarter. All right, they actually tacked on 6 seconds, and Graham boots the kick across the 50, 1 hopper, and Welker fields it and is swamped right away by Brad Smith. And now we reach the end of the quarter. 7-0 New England. We went to the break. The Patriots said, and were granted a timeout, then 6 seconds attached back to the clock, but it was not exactly explained to everyone here.
The Patriots called timeout because there is a breeze on the field. They wanted the Jets to kick into the wind. And we're doing a game show, so we'll just guess what's going on down the field. I'll take door number 2 because nobody ever signaled timeout on the field. All right, enough whining, enough complaining.
You want a little more feedback down there.
It would help just a little.
Sammy Morris runs it for about 4 yards. Now 2nd down and 6 from the 46. Morris again. Vilma on top of him quickly. Gains 2.
That's a nice play by Jonathan Vilma. So many people asked me during the offseason, is Jonathan Vilma going to finally be the guy on defense? Well, he played pretty well last year, as it thought the Patriots going to go to hurry-up offense. But when the runs go away from him, he's supposed to run it down from the backside, just be in general. And the defense is kind of designed also to push the ball carrier towards him. So he's supposed to make a lot of tackles. He did last year. He played well. It just wasn't dynamic enough for a lot of people who cover the Jets.
3rd down and 4 near midfield. Going off his back foot. Brady hits Moss, hanging out on the sidelines for a 1st down inside the 40.
Boy, that was nice pickup by the offensive line, running back, everybody by the Patriots. Look at it. Here come the blitzers are coming from everywhere. Yes, Tom Brady gets hit, but he had enough time to stand there and let Randy Moss fake going across the field, stop, go outside, and there's where it pays off to be 6'5".
2nd catch for Moss. It was Barrett in the area trying to defend. From the 38. And it's Morris falling down to the 34-yard line, gains 4. So taking a look at the new wideouts, with Welker already 4 catches and a touchdown. Kelly Washington's been in a bunch, but he hasn't been thrown to at this point, Phil.
Well, you know, Randy Moss catches a pass. You go, okay, Randy Moss goes out. Oh, wait, Dante Stallworth comes in. And he only averaged 19.1 yards per catch last year. He's fast. It is a mixed group, and they all have their one particular strength that the Patriots are going to play to.
Brady waits until Morris gets open. And open he was, taking it to the 29-yard line, where it'll set up 3rd and about a yard.
Well, I keep looking for that feature back. You know,
Maroney,
yes, but
Maroney has not. It's
everybody covered down the field. Tom Brady, he knows they're controlling the game, and when you control the game as a quarterback, you're apt not to take even the slightest chance. Don't, because you're running it well. The short throws are getting good yards. 3rd and short.
And again, it's Morris, the single back. Brady zips it, has the 1st down. That's Watson. Goes for 4 and a 1st.
Yeah, that's what they did. Their answer to the blitz. The Patriots are really picking up the blitzers. And Tom Brady, he knows they're blitzing. He feels confident about pass protection, so he gets to pick which side he wants to go to. That time, he goes, well, let me get Ben Watson involved in this game.
Brady's thrown for 99 yards. Fires this one, batted away, and it's Kerry Rhodes. Pass intended for Kyle Brady. Brady to Brady. Not this time.
I think more than any team in the league, as you watch this, every play, you say, oh, and he's just into the game. Now it's Kyle Brady's turn to get down the field. Kerry Rhodes just played so well last year, and watch speed and make-up speed, because Kyle Brady wide open, he outruns the football and knocks it down.
And that pass was getting there in a hurry, too. But he closes in, knocks it away, setting up 2nd and 10. It's Maroney on the pitch. Skirting a few defenders and out of bounds at the 25. Pushed out by Hobson, no gain. We've got an update. Back to James Brown.
Hey, Jim, does this look like Phil Simms back in the day? Take a look at Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. Behind the defense goes Santonio Holmes. Nice touch, 40-yard strike, 17-0 Steelers, 10 points off of turnovers late in the first. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
Yeah, I think it does look like, Phil, on opening day, I think it was 1984, in fact, against Coach Cowher.
Yeah, but Boomer Esiason's the play-action fake guy.
Yes, Phil, though, on opening day that year, threw 4 touchdowns. Timeout called by the Jets with a third down play on the way. 3rd and 10 for New England, already up 7-0. From the Jets 25, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms from Giant Stadium. Brady, they haven't had a hand on him so far, throws it away. It'll bring out Gostowski. Well defended downfield by the Jets secondary.
Yeah, it was very well defended. Tom Brady actually had more time, and Randy Moss hasn't played all preseason, but look at the respect he gets. He gets double teamed by the Jets because he knows that most likely the Patriots in a situation like that are looking to throw it to him down the field.
43-yard field goal attempt by Gostowski. Little mishap on the handle, and the Jets able to close in and knock it down. Castle never had a clean hold of it.
Well, after the Tony Romo episode last year in the playoffs, they've changed the kicking ball rule where they're actually allowed to fix them up a little. So it looks like a perfect snap, and Matt Castle just fumbles it just a little. When you're kicking in this league, it's got to be precision 100%.
Well, the snap by Paxton was perfect. So the Jets now at the 34-yard line. Thomas Jones. Unable to find many seams so far. That goes for only 2 yards. You think about the Patriots' 3 drives so far.
Oh, yes.
91 yards and a touchdown. Their second one would have continued had Welker not dropped it at midfield. And then this one breaks down inside of the Jets' 30. It could be much worse than 7-0 if you're a Jet fan right now.
And I know everybody's sitting home, a Jet fan, going, come on, they need to get it going. They need to do this. The Jets, they showed us last year. I got caught in the same trap. They're patient. They are really patient, so they will not get away from the game plan this early.
They'll go empty, sending out Washington wide to the left on 2nd down and 8. Stepping up and hitting Washington to about the 46. Actually, that's Jericho Cotchery. Goes for 10 yards and a first down.
You know, talking to Chad Pennington the other day, he said, when I go back, it's first receiver, second receiver, run with the football. And he starts to go up in the pocket, maybe to run, and then he goes, okay, here's somebody right in front of me, give it to him. But it's a very good process that he has in his head that look at the receivers, they're not there, run with it. And it served him well last year.
First down now. Right back, Pennington. Bombs it over to Coles, his second catch of the game, and he stiff-arms Samuel as he steps out of bounds at the New England 37.
And you want to go, well, how haven't they thrown that ball down the field more like that? Well, this is the first time. Good protection. A lot of space for Chad Pennington to throw it. It's the first time it was one-on-one coverage on the outside for the Jets. Chad Pennington sees it and makes a nice throw.
Goes for 18 yards. Washington. And the second-year running back who led them last year with 650 yards on the ground. First rookie since Blair Thomas to lead the Jets in rushing. Thomas's rookie year back in 1990. And Leon coming out, and they keep shuttling in those two backs, Jones and Washington.
You look at this run defense for the Patriots. Richard Seymour not in, but you have Ty Warren, Vince Wilfork, Jarvis Green. Then you put the linebackers the size they got. It is tough to run the football anywhere against this Patriots defense.
2nd down and 8. Thomas Jones lined up as a receiver wide to the right. Pennington looks his way at first, goes back to the left and connects Coles has another first down, this one for 10.
Again, Chad Pennington's looking to the inside receiver to top. He's covered. Go to number 2. He's wide open. Oh, and Chad Pennington has for a quarterback in this league, has one of the highest releases. It served him well that time because it just got over the top of the defender jumping up trying to knock it down.
Midway second quarter, and the Jets with their deepest penetration of the game. New England 25-yard line. Again, they clear out the backfield. And here come the Patriots. Swarming Pennington for the second time, second sack of the game.
Just not good recognition by the offensive line. This is nothing tricky for the Patriots, or for the Jets O-line. It's 5 rushers. You have 5 offensive linemen, but they did not identify who they were going to block before the snap of the ball.
It was Vrabel who came crashing in, and Colvin and Green were in the area. Second down and 17. Again, set up the screen though against it. Leon Washington able to shake off a couple of hits, moving inside the 20.
What a call. What a call. The defensive line, you know, they're getting excited. They got a sack. The linebackers, yeah, we're doing great. Let's get to the quarterback. Uh-oh. They let you come through, and they dump it off to Leon Washington.
Third and less than a yard, and the snake. Looked like the Patriots, somebody might have been trying to call a timeout, but they don't have any.
Every team in the league now, Chad Pennington.
Oh, they're going to throw a flag.
Yeah, because he called a timeout when they have none.
Yep.
It must be interesting. But, well, first off, Chad Pennington doing the quarterback sneak. A lot of teams are doing that. They run the line of scrimmage, try to run the quarterback sneak before the defense gets ready.
Encroachment, defense. Number 53, correction, 55. 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
The Patriots trying to get players off. Chad Pennington gets up. They got too many guys on the field.
Junior Seau trying to call a timeout. I saw Wilford signaling for one, but
no official even saw him as he's trying to call a timeout, and he gets upset. As he goes to the sideline, Bill Belichick informs him we don't have any. He talked about that last night, that it's hard to substitute because they'll go to the line of scrimmage and quick snap you.
First down Jets at the 11. Jones steps away from Warren, looking for the outside, and he's going to lose yardage. It's Eugene Wilson and Asante Samuel riding right down that line with him, a loss of 4.
Yeah, the defense attacked the Jets that time. They attacked the blocking. That run was supposed to go up inside, and when you're a running back, I don't care how fast you are. When you break it outside, when it's an inside run like that, there's going to be too many defenders unblocked. That's why he lost so many yards. Jones
has 6 carries for a total of 2 yards. Replaced on this snap by Leon Washington. The Jets have already recovered from a 2nd and 17 on this drive. Now it's 2nd and 14. Just beating the play clock. Pennington tosses it over. Cotchery to the 7-yard line.
What do you think?
Wilson dragging him down.
Nice throw by Chad Pennington. Got to hold your breath a little when you throw it to the sideline and you see the defender breaking as you're throwing the football, but perfectly placed, very good timing. That's what Chad Pennington is all about.
He's perfect on this drive, 5 of 5 for 60 yards. 18-yarder to Coles, big screen pass to Leon Washington. The lineup Coles in the backfield now on third down. They came out of the huddle quickly, and Coles able to somehow wriggle free for the touchdown. They had him in a formation that perhaps surprised the Patriots.
Well, it surprised them because it was of Lavernius Coles in the backfield. Here's what happens. Here's Lavernius Coles. He just does a little swing route, but it's Roosevelt Colvin on the coverage, and you just misjudge the speed. Well-designed deception. That's what gets you touchdowns inside the 10-yard line, and that was a deceptive call by the New York Jets.
You know, the Jets came breaking out of that huddle, snapped it quickly, and the game is tied on the Nugent extra point. But they broke to the line. Coles was in that backfield. We saw it. Patriots didn't react the right way or in time, and the game is tied at 7. That Jets drive, 10 plays, covering 66 yards. With Coles on a third down play, coming out of the backfield and catching the pass from Pennington, not giving them time to recognize it. That formation.
Got to give one to the coach there.
Nugent. That's Hobbs from a yard deep. Able to get away from McCarron, who then recovers and comes back and chases him down. Brady will come out to the 28-yard line. 7-7, second quarter. Coming up, the Sprint halftime report. James will steer us through all the early scores. Dan Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cower with their expert analysis and a preview of the Federer match against Djokovic in the men's final, which you'll see later today on CBS. It's Maroney. Brady trying to throw a block, springs him for only 3 yards. Coleman, here you go, Phil.
Quick break of the huddle. Here's Lavernius Coles. Look at him. He's trying to hide. He actually bent down. And, oh, boy, the Patriots are in a safe defense, and it's too late before they recognize it. And, you know, Jim, when I was a player, I always used to say to my offensive coordinator, Ron Earhart, said, Ron, just give me 5. Just 5 sure completions where I can drop back. I don't have to think, and you'll get them wide open. Well, Chad Pennington's got about 3 so far today.
Second down and 7. As Maroney banging inside. Did you always get your wish? Did you get your 5?
Well, he usually gave me a couple.
Gave you a couple?
That's called coach 'em up plays. Coach 'em up. I don't want to work.
Now the Patriots no huddle. Near 3 minutes to go in the half. A third down play. And Brady again just standing around in that pocket, uncontested and able to step up and pick up the first.
Good job by Tom Brady. They took a page right off the Jets. They go, well, if you want to go quick on third down, they don't let them substitute any players. It catches them off guard. The coverage is good, but the pass rush, non-existent. Because they had guys in there who had gotten tired, and they couldn't drive the offensive lineman back towards Tom Brady.
Take to Maroney. Quick pass to Stallworth. And it's ruled now. Oh, they're going to rule it incomplete. Incomplete, which is a break for the Patriots because Stallworth would have lost a couple.
Yeah, this is a play I'm sure they put in to take advantage of the blitz. It's there. It's coming that time. Pass is incomplete. Hits the ground. But the Jets not fooled. The pursuit tremendous right now. Emotion, everything has been on the Jets' side since the Patriots mishandled that field goal snap.
Are you surprised, though, how little pressure they put on Brady so far?
It's a good offensive line they're going against. About the only way you're going to put pressure is to blitz, Jim.
Second and 10. Brady working the sidelines. It's Moss in stride. Moss at the 30 and caught from behind by Justin Miller.
I'm just wondering, Randy Moss top of the screen. Oh, that's where he does it. He wins it right off the snap. A little fake, uses his hands very well, and gets right by Justin Miller.
We reach the 2-minute warning with New England now at the 28 of the Jets. We were just observing in that break how these two even look alike, the mannerisms on the sideline. It's Mangini Belichick match number 4, with Bill winning 2 of the 3 last year, including that wild card postseason victory. First down after a 33-yard pass play to Moss. Back to Moss, who snags it out of the air at the 9-yard line. Bounce him out at the 6.
Yeah, we talked about that early in the game, and I remember last night saying this to Tom Brady. Well, when in doubt, Randy Moss is really tall, and he laughs because that throw, but even sometimes when it gets away from you as a quarterback, a big, tall, flexible receiver like Randy Moss will bail you out and still make the catch.
4th catch for Moss for 87 yards.
If you'd have told Bill Belichick he'd have 4 for 87, he'd go, oh, boy, I'll take that.
Absolutely. 1st and goal for New England. Maroney. And he is stacked up at the 5.
My predictions, I'm hot. Cleveland upset special, and the other one is, I said, Randy Moss, let's be honest, how can he be a factor? He'll be no factor in this game. He didn't play all preseason. It's not that easy. But you look at this catch down the sideline, it's about Tom Brady. Yeah, he's covered. He goes, I know he's covered, but he throws it high to the sideline behind the head of the defensive back. Easy catch.
Back to Maroney again. 2nd down and only a yard gain. You couldn't get those signals that Brady was trying to give us in that meeting last night?
I don't always believe everything everybody says in those meetings.
Okay. Timeout, Jets. 3rd and goal coming up for New England from the Jets' 5-yard line. Moss to the right. He has 2 catches on this drive alone for a total of 55 yards. It's in a slot to the right. Falk moving back to the backfield in motion. Brady directs Moss to come in a little closer. Again, all kinds of time. Back of the end zone, and the catch is made by Watson. Benjamin Watson with the touchdown.
Well, that is some job by the offensive line of the Patriots. Tom Brady, Ben Watson on the backside, or he comes from the front side, changes his route, and Tom Brady looks to where he wants to throw it to his right. Nobody's open. How he finds Ben Watson, well, that's why he's Tom Brady. It's why they won 3 Super Bowls.
17 pass plays for New England, and Brady has not been sacked. I'm not even sure he's been hit once.
Looks like, Jim, I couldn't hear it, but they might be.
Yeah, inside of 2 minutes. The officials
2 minutes
are running over to take another look at this one. They're going to question, did he have possession?
Yes, from that shot.
And while they review it, we'll take a break here at the Meadowlands. Well, Jeff Triplett's been looking at this, and let's see, here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Watson.
Yeah, it's conclusive. Secures the ball, body hits inbounds. And Ben Watson does a good job of just securing the catch, being very careful using his hands and his body.
Clean hold this time, and Gostowski drives it through, 14-7. Ben Watson, who spent part of his offseason on a USO tour to Iraq, and we visited with him last night. Heard some remarkable stories about his 11 days over there.
Some remarkable, some funny. 12 days. It was pretty rough. I thought one of the funniest ones, he was coming down, they call it what? A combat landing. He comes down the airplane, they're circling down.
To arrive in Baghdad.
Baghdad, and there's some nice pictures of it. And the pilot gives him a bag, and he goes, what's this for? Well, just in case you decide to give it up.
Yeah, you've never had a landing like this before.
Yeah, so, but it was...
Algie Crumpler was with him on that trip. Another tight end force in the league with the Falcons, and Watson talked so much about how You know, he leaned on his faith over there and how important it is to support the troops. He said, we went over there to thank them, and he says, the thing is, they were thanking us.
Yeah, it really is. He thanked all the troops for just making the sacrifice, and he kept, like he said, I kept trying to thank them. They go, no, thank you for coming over. So they appreciated him coming over with other NFL players, and it was, probably a little bit of a life-changing experience for him.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that. Miller, he's going to run it out. Actually, it's Leon Washington. And Washington with a good run back. That's 32-yard return. Pennington back out again. The Sprint halftime report is on the way. Coach Cower will be in there. You're on opening Sunday, and you saw him on opening Sunday, September the 2nd, 1984. Coach Cower with the block punt.
Block punt. Coach Cower on pass coverage.
And the mighty Sims. 409 yards and 4 touchdown passes later.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a good day. Good day for Coach Cower, too. He was covering our tight ends every once in a while. And what's the saying? They were woodshedding him.
You throw
him wide open down the field.
You throw 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, and you won by a point. He's 827.
I knew it was good for TV.
Pennington steps away, but not from Jarvis Green. And a flag.
Quarterback breaks out of the pocket.
Holding. Number 60 of the offense. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Well, next Saturday, the Home Depot SEC on CBS returns Tennessee and Florida from the swamp with Vern and Gary, and then our college football today season premiere as well. Tim Brando, Spencer Tillman, TIAA Cref College Football Today. That's all next week on CBS, opening up with a big one. Movement on the left side with Ferguson.
Number 60 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Well, when you get in this situation as a quarterback or an offense, this is time for the draw play.
You feel it coming?
No, it doesn't, because the back is very wide.
Well, we got it anyway. After the Jets' first penalty of the game, Washington scoots ahead to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, when you get in a situation like this, 14-7, not great field position, you just hope for something to happen, and if it does, then you get aggressive with your play calling. But now the most important thing is not to make a mistake.
Another draw, 3rd and 17, and Sayal wraps him up at the 30.
And, of course, they can run the ball, Jim, because there are no timeouts for the New England Patriots. And they can just wait this out and take it in.
There's no reason to even snap it again.
Good first half for the first game of the year. A lot of excitement, nice change of emotion. So each team will go in and analyze it, and should be an exciting second half.
Patriots more than doubled the Jets in total yards in that first half. Brady throwing for 159 and 2 touchdowns. It's the end of the first half. 14-7 New England. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Kickoff weekend, the NFL on CBS. And you see the total yards decisively in favor of New England. The Jets, 1.8 yards per rush, a total of 20 yards rushing in that first half. That's it. And a reminder, this game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. It'll be the Patriots receiving the second half kickoff. And Hobbs, well, look at him. He's going to run it out from 8 yards deep. Jets in full pursuit, and Hobbs able to get past the wave. Hobbs taken off. He's at midfield, inside the 20, and he's running it back 108 yards.
And you were thinking the same thing I was thinking, Jim. Why would you bring it out of the end zone when you're 8 yards deep? I thought he was going to get tackled on the 10. He outran the pursuit coming down the field, found the one gap, and then outran him to the end zone. Opening day, special teams. That's when you have so many breakdowns, and that was a huge breakdown for the Jets. Great run by Ellis Hobbs.
Special team units that have not played together as a unit during the preseason as they try to figure out the configuration of rosters. That is the longest kick return in NFL history. A little history made to open up the second half.
Here's the point. Coming across, you think, oh, they're going to get him inside the 20, but the blocking and that little burst of speed was enough to get Ellis Hobbs through that one hole, and then tremendous hustle by other Patriot players.
Missed tackle right here. That was David Bowens.
David Bowens.
And I tell you, Benjamin Watson threw a crucial block to also open up a little seam, and that's all that Hobbs needed, and Mangini can't believe it.
I can imagine what Bill Cowher's thinking in the studio. You know, that's probably one of the huge worries for, you know, I tried to ask that with Bill Belichick last night. Special teams, plays, you know, trick plays, whatever. Stuff that usually doesn't happen during the regular season. They seem, it's a time of surprise, and like you said, Jim, getting coordinated, especially with special teams, to make them work once the regular season starts.
108 yards. The previous NFL record was 106 yards, run back 3 times. And the last time there was a 106-yard return was Roy Green back in 1979.
Wow.
For the Cardinals. So Ellis Hobbs, 108 into the history books. Leon Washington. Just to the 23, that's all. Well, how about this flashback? Didn't take long to come up with it. Good job down there, guys. As you see, kick. Raphael Septien, I believe, who kicked it to Roy Green.
Roy Green, offense, defense, and special teams player.
It was your rookie year in the league, Phil.
Boy.
So you saw enough of those two teams twice a year?
Saw a lot of Roy Green.
Yes, you did.
Didn't like him. Made too many plays.
Well, suddenly the Jets find themselves down 14 as Jones unable to really find any opening so far. That goes for 3 yards. What about this Jets running attack to this point?
Just to go over the first half, the Patriots were impressive. They didn't take advantage of all their opportunities. The Jets, they did a good job of just hanging in there. This is not going to be a good barometer for the New York Jets running game. The Patriots are going to be tough against everybody's rushing game. But the Jets, very little success in the first half. Couldn't move the big defensive linemen that the Patriots have. And they are big.
2nd down and 7. Merriweather, the rookie first rounder, is in that secondary for New England. And Thomas helped breaking it up.
You know, Jim, I said in the first half, do the Patriots look bigger? And they are big. I know it's the uniforms, but they got huge defensive linemen. Mike Vrabel he could put his hand down and be a defensive lineman at linebacker. And then, of course, Adalys Thomas comes in, about 270-some pounds, playing a middle linebacker. They're big in size, they're tall, they all got long arms, and they're a nightmare to run against and for a quarterback to throw short passes around all the arms and hands that they present as you're trying to get the football down the field.
You made that observation when they got off the bus last night to meet with us.
Yeah.
He said this is one big team, and the Jets able to pick up a first down with Patry. Fighting for every little inch, picks up 10 yards.
Well, that's really, I said it early in the telecast, blitz by the Patriots, just one guy in the middle. Terrific job by Chad Pennington again. He really anticipates, that's part of what he has to do, because he can't wait and just fire it in there. But the receivers make tough catches for the Jets in traffic. Fake snap count. See if the defense declares. They didn't. Start over.
Back to Jones. That's his longest carry of the game, and he bounces out to the 49. Longest run for the Jets. Goes for 12 yards. Chris Baker helped free him. They had really given him nothing to work with. In fact, they had, 6 carries for 5 yards before this one.
Got to be patient. You got to stay with it. The Jets, we said it earlier, they don't break too easily. So this is another test of their will to stay right with the game plan and make sure they keep giving Thomas Jones chances to run the football.
Jones again. And again, right in the middle after a gain of 2. Jones had back-to-back weeks playing here at Giant Stadium last year. The Bears played the Jets and Giants here. Remember that? In November? Consecutive weeks. He went over 100 in both occasions. Mangini took note of how good he looked on the field against them. Against them and against the Patriots, too, when they played the Patriots last year up in Foxborough. So brings him in here. You know, that happens a lot in the NFL. You do well against the team goes, well, shoot, let's get him, see if he can do that for us. And they got him cheaply, too, Jim. It was a tremendous pickup for the Jets this offseason. They just had to trade basically 26 positions in the second round, trading second-round picks with the Bears. That pass, dangerous. Boy, I'll tell you what. Went back to Cotchery. It's a dangerous, but a Dallas Thomas, again, number 96 in the middle. For a guy as big as he is, and this was a big free agent pickup for the New England Patriots, he is all over the passes. Covers a lot of ground, doesn't he? Well, he does, and it's about the 5th time I've seen him right next to the receiver, his hands, and of course, you just feel it peripherally. You go, this is a big man next to me, so it makes a receiver shy away from the football. It did that time. 3rd and 8 from midfield. Pennington again this time. It's Cotchery bouncing around for another first down. So the Jets trying to answer that shocking start to the second half on the kick return by Hobbs. It goes for 11 in the first. That was a nice job. They stacked the receivers, and what it does when they put 3 of them close together, it's hard for the defense to bump them, so it gives the receiver a free inside release. All you need is a half a step in the NFL. Chad Pennington right on the mark. You saw the big numbers Cotchery had in the 3 games last year against New England. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them covering more than 70 yards apiece. First down run it again, and it's like the Patriots knew it. Jarvis Green wrapping up Thomas Jones for a loss of 2. Patriots getting more aggressive with their defensive calls, crowding the line of scrimmage more than they did in the first half, or at the end of the first half. They started doing it. And inside, they're just so big. Jarvis Green beats his man. There's Roosevelt Colvin, Vince Wilfork, Ty Warren. I was reading about them. Their goal is, as you look at, like, Ty Warren over the football, it's just about making a mess with the blocking assignments. That's what they do. Second down, 12. Pressure from behind, and they get Pennington again. That's Jarvis Green. Pennington. Looked a little shaken up. Oh, he is. Oh, boy. He can't walk this off. Oh, boy. He's tried now twice. Oh, boy. You know, for a guy that's fought injury so much, so happy and just everything about him we saw on Friday about playing a season. And this is the wrong reaction to bringing in Kelvin Clemens, who has been, of course, the old backup quarterback, popular man in town type theory, but coming in on an injury. It was, yes, right leg, ankle, knee. I'm not even going to guess. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on the reaction. It's nothing good. So Clemens comes out and hits Jones with a quick pass to the 43-yard line. It's unbelievable how it is that way, but guy's fighting, though, trying to pick himself off the field. He comes out with an injury, and they applaud when the backup quarterback comes in, replacing a guy who's certainly had his share of adversities.
Jarvis Green caught him. His foot was planted in the ground, and it just could not. It didn't release as he pulled him to the ground and turned him.
It's Graham with a fair catch called by Falk at the 15. So 21-7 New England, and Pennington to the bench with an injury. Training staff. And now the Patriots offense takes the field for the first time in the second half with a 14-point lead. Brady gunning and hitting Moss at the 34. The thing I respected so much about Chad Pennington, there were a lot of things, but the effort he made to try to get up, to try to find a way to stay on the field, to try to walk it off.
Yep, try to walk it off. And, you know, we made a comment about the cheers for Kellen Clemens when he came into the game. And, you know, people are going to say, oh, they're just cheering and he's coming in. And no,
it wasn't that.
It's a cheer for him coming in, yes, some. But it's a cheer because Chad Pennington is going out, too. I don't care what anybody says.
He's wrong. Maroney twisted down after a gain of a yard. Pennington last year, of course, starting every game for the first time in his career. These injuries, that's the 2003 broken left wrist in the preseason game against the Giants. Then he tore his rotator cuff against Buffalo in 04, re-aggravating the shoulder injury in 05.
I'll tell you what, he's walking around the sideline pretty good when I just saw him there, so you never know.
Second down play on the way, 2nd down and 8. Falk got away from Hobson, got away from Drew Coleman, and able to dive for the first.
The pass protection, it really borders on NFL unbelievable for Tom Brady. It's just he is standing there like he's a statue. Let me look to the right, and 2 and 3. Oh, and hesitates, and there he is wide open. Of course, you give a quarterback time in this league, somebody is finally going to separate, and they're going to put it on target.
Maroney. And quickness picks up a 4, maybe 5.
A lot of differences in this game so far, but to me, the biggest is the time Tom Brady is being afforded. And it's all credit to this line. It's one of the understated, probably, in my opinion, one of the top 5 offensive lines in the NFL, the New England Patriots. And why not? You got Tom Brady. Let's see, think of the other ones. Peyton Manning, Cincinnati Bengals, San Diego Chargers, and I think the Giants. They all have one thing in common. Quarterbacks that they want to make sure they protect and build around.
He is again like a statue in the pocket. Able to go long for Moss. Moss has his first touchdown as a Patriot. And as if to say, that will silence the critics who say I have nothing left. He takes him deep for 51 yards and a touchdown. Sweeping those arms as a reaction, and the Patriots are breaking this thing open.
I'd like to know how long this took to throw it down the field. Look at this. They got a linebacker running with him, the safety, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. It doesn't look like he's running full speed, but nobody catches up to him. And that was only about a 60-yard throw across the field by Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, who last night talked about how gifted Moss is. So gifted, he wants to fit in, he wants to win. A great regard for his acumen on the football field. And they hook up for the 51-yard touchdown. Randy Moss traded from the Raiders to the Patriots for a 4th-round pick that turned out to be John Bowie with the 110th pick. And Randy Moss, does he have life still as a football player? I think those questions are being answered pretty quickly here. He's already got a top 10 performance in his career, 157 yards. 9th all-time for Moss. 16-yard run back, and look who's returning. Taped up, the right ankle, and coming back to the huddle. NFL.com. Tom Brady has just thrown his 150th career touchdown pass. He's got 3 in the game. Chad Pennington is back under center. Well, that was hard for him to extend out to Thomas Jones. Good piece of running for about 10.
Let's look at the touchdown. The Jets in a safe defense. It's as safe as you can have in the NFL. Randy Moss goes up the field all the way across to the far sideline, and Tom Brady had so much time, it looked like he was a javelin thrower. He just had a big run up and threw it about 60 yards in the air right on target. That kind of javelin throw. I just don't know. Just reminded.
Very good illustration.
Jeez, he had.
Well said. Jones picks up that first down. Running a little bit better with more alleys in that first half. He adds another 3 to his total.
You know, we talked about Randy Moss, that I think he would be this factor. Of course not. I got to see it.
You're off to a
it.
good start here with your predictions.
I just thought, okay, they'll break him in today a little bit, a few plays. They don't want to risk overworking him because of you got to always be careful of anybody that has hamstring problems.
Brady had such a smile on his face last night.
He did.
Talking about Moss. I even said it. I said, okay. The smile says it all.
But I can't.
You didn't believe him.
Like
you did not believe him. 2nd down and 6. Pennington's pass to Baker. And Colvin had him by the ankles. And Bruschi finishes him up. 16 yards. Jets back into New England territory.
Yeah, it was nice. Good protection that time. And again, the Jets throw so many passes right into the middle of the field. And you have to be precise. If you're a little bit off with the receiver or the throw, the ball goes up in the air. A lot of defenders always in the middle. Ball gets intercepted.
Linda, 180. 180. 390.
Play action fake. Pennington hobbling back there in the pocket, but able to hit his target. It's Coles at the 28.
You know, it's so hard for a quarterback to be effective throwing the ball, especially when it's your right foot, because it's the plant foot and the foot that you want to push off on. But Pennington is really doing neither. Not planting his foot in the ground hard to stop himself, and he's not pushing off. So even more than ever, he's going to have to anticipate and be extremely accurate.
Jones. The 24-yard line, trying to run right behind Kovalewski. Wednesday, September 19th, don't miss the new reality show that has everyone talking. 40 kids, 40 days, one town, no adults, Kid Nation. You've had a big day of predictions, so I don't want to be the kiss of death here for Kid Nation, but you, for some reason, we're waxing with George Schweitzer, our promo man, before the game, but this is a lock hit.
See, I know a lot about TV. It's just the football part that I have troubles with.
Okay.
So you can trust me on this. It's going to be a big hit.
2nd down and 8. Gun open. Baker has it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That's James Sanders with a hold of him.
I'll tell you what, the Jets are putting some formations and giving this defense some looks that they're just not adjusting well to. You know, Chris Baker to be wide open on the sideline like that. The Patriots don't do that too often. You know, you look at Pennington, we talk about it. Look at the numbers he is putting up. He has played very well so far in this game.
I'm impressed how he's playing on this drive. Like you said, he's just tiptoeing back there off that right foot. Now Jones cuts back to the 3-yard line. Kovalewski again with a pivotal block.
Yeah, in the second half, Thomas Jones in the rhythm, and 2 players getting tired.
That flag's down here. On the quick snap. Pennington coming out of there, spiking it. This is a new rule, by the way. Better be careful, because the conduct and the way with which you handle a football at the end of a play in the field of play.
Offside defense. Half the distance from the goal. still first down.
There's a 5-yard penalty this year, but with all the confusion and chaos, the Jets caught the Patriots.
Caught them again in their quick snap, quarterback sneak. Wow, Chad Pennington just gets wiped out. You know, again, with that ankle, there's no way he can plant and drive, and as soon as he gets hit, he's going backwards.
Thomas Jones had 2 yards rushing in the first half on 6 carries. He has 40 yards in this quarter. May be called on right here. First and goal from the 1. Nope, Pennington going up top and batted down. Cole's the target, Samuel the defender.
That was perfect. Good defense, but the throw was right on target. He tries to throw it back shoulder behind the receiver. It's there. Lavernius Coles just doesn't make the clean catch.
Yeah, it wasn't so much Samuel getting a hand on it at all. Cole's usually coming down with those.
Hard for a defensive back to defense the perfect throw.
Second and goal from the 1. And right back with it. And this time, Coles has the catch. Touchdown, New York. Coles' second score of the game.
I tell you, that was some impressive drive by the New York Jets. Chad Pennington coming off the missing plays because of the ankle injury. Some really tight throws to bring him down the field, and that time Lavernius Coles makes a much more
tougher catch.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That drive had a little anger in it by the Jets.
(28-14) with 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Coles snags a second touchdown of the game. Area. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms on kickoff weekend. The NFL on CBS now 48 years strong. I thought he might run into that balloon on the kick. Now here comes Hobbs from the 1-yard line. Not this time. After the 108-yard run back. You ever seen this? Look at this balloon.
Got to fight through adversity.
I'm telling you. Robert Kraft on the right, the owner of the New England Patriots, alongside the man who signs your enormous paychecks, Mr. Simms.
Yeah, you know what they
President and chairman of CBS, Leslie Mundus.
Yes.
And Sammy Morris. That's one thing you wouldn't even dispute.
I'm just not going there. Personal.
The flag is against New England, it appears.
Holding, offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Really are. Bob Kraft has really turned around. The New England Patriots had so much success. I was going to say, though, Jim, you know, as you look at those two men, they definitely have one thing in common. What is that? Before you get yourself a they both, they got really good tans, so there you go. So I'll make
is that what it was?
Yeah, I said they're tan.
You should say they both have very good teams.
It's been a good offseason.
So now Brady swings it over to Morris. And he's down at the 17. Brought down by Revis. Now, early you weren't so sure that Randy was going to be able to rekindle the magic. You know, this was his first grab.
Well, he's rekindled it here today. And a couple of these throws are just right up the alley of what the Patriots want. His speed across the field and then his size outside when they take advantage of defenders that don't look. That's what you really get from a speedy, tall wide receiver. Very, very few of those in the NFL.
Second and 14 coming up for New England.
And a big series for the Jets. They can get field position.
Welker with blockers in front. Welker able to drive the legs near a first. He's going to be about a half-yard shy.
Yep, they tried that play earlier. It was to Dante Stallworth. Tom Brady didn't get it to him. When the Jets crowd the line of scrimmage, they have the receiver block the guy that's covering Wes Welker. That's why he's able to catch it and go up the field.
First catch for Welker since the opening quarter when he had 4 receptions, including the touchdown. Third and less than a yard. Morris able to bounce off one and pick up the first. That last Pennington series, though, really showed you a lot.
Yeah, it really did. Just the fact that he can play hurt and how well he played in the drive. So many good throws that the guys were not wide open. He just threaded the needle. And he is going to have one sore ankle tomorrow after this.
Better believe it. That's the end of the third quarter. Patriots 28, Jets 14. We'll return to the Meadowlands after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. As we bring you back for the final quarter, Ryan O'Callahan is on that line. He's been playing a lot today. Going with an extra lineman in there is Morris. Runs it out to the 38 on first down. Gain of 6. I'm looking at that distribution with the running backs. Maroney has 13 carries, 45 yards. Morris now with 7 for 30. Pennington still trying to stay loose on that wobbly ankle. The Jets just confirming from the sideline that the focus of the injury, it's all about the ankle. Morris, another handle. Nice move by Morris. He's out to the 48, picking up the first down and a whole lot more.
Yeah, it really is. You know, when you're in a situation like this, the Jets know the Patriots want to slow the game down. So you got to guess run more than you would pass, and it is just push them back, and a nice cut by Sammy Morris. Tom Brady just standing there. They're going to let the play clock work itself down.
Shrink this game.
Absolutely.
Got the 2-touchdown lead. And a new set of downs from the 48. Morris loses his footing, picks it up, and able to plow ahead for another 7, maybe 8. Got a doubleheader weekend coming your way on CBS next Sunday. Early, many will see Indianapolis against Tennessee. Houston impressive so far today against Kansas City. They'll be at Carolina. And most of the country will be seeing Kansas City and Chicago. Phil will be there at Soldier Field. And it all starts at noon next Sunday with the NFL Today, with James and the gang back in the studio in New York. Sammy Morris shaken up. We'll be back to the Meadowlands in a moment. And Sammy Morris walking it off on the sidelines. May have twisted an ankle. You know, first lost his footing. Able to get back up, and you see a little twist at the end of that.
Yep. It's knee right to the calf, which buckles his ankle a little bit. And you talked about it, Jim. Ryan O'Callahan has come in.
He's played a lot.
Yep.
Done a good job today on that right side alongside Kazir. Maroney returns to the backfield on 2nd and 2. They're going to ride with Maroney. And his second effort will yield a first down. Well, it'll be close. Yep, they give him the first. Maroney's mother usually goes to all the games. Terry's back in St. Louis, though, in her beautiful new home that Lawrence is very proud of. His mom is very involved in his career. Keeps him informed of a lot of things going around the league.
Well, she keeps him up to date around the league, and she's his toughest critic. Tells him all the bad runs he made, bad reads, and how many mothers do that to their sons in this league?
Maroney into Ellis. Yeah, she's not going to be too happy with that carry. He had no chance. Not his fault.
Should have cut it back.
But they bought his mom in the new house, and he says, you know, I'm going to tell you, I don't really, you know, he doesn't really have a great, if you will, history of watching the NFL. He says, I don't really watch a lot of the games. You know, he doesn't watch a lot of the, you know, updating of what's going around the sports world.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Mom calls him to wake him up one morning and says, you guys just got Randy Moss.
Yeah, draft that.
He hung up the phone and says, come on, Mom.
Come on, hey, we didn't get no Randy Moss. Oh, that was funny. You're right.
2nd down and 10. More protection for Brady. And another catch for Moss.
Boy, just making it what's happened here and what you can see. The Patriots, first off, they're excellent at picking up blitzes. And today they've had an exceptional day. And here comes the blitz. Everybody's going to get up here, and Randy Moss. It's just you and Randy Moss. So Tom Brady stares him down the whole way. you're a defensive back. You've got to respect him going deep now. And when he stops, breaks it to the outside in the comeback route, wide open, Tom Brady just floats it out there.
Brady has completed his last 9 throws.
That's an element that just changes a football team when you got that guy outside who can do that.
Maroney, middle of the field, bullying his way to the 20. You know, it's not just a new Survivor, it's TV history in the most mysterious land on earth. Survivor China. The event begins Thursday, September 20th on America's most watched network.
Well, you think back to the start of this drive, the Jets, they score. They're going to make the Patriots continue the game. That's what they did. They had a penalty, had them backed up. They had a chance to get off the field after 3 plays. They couldn't do it. And now the Patriots are down in field goal range.
It's a 6.5-minute drive to this point. And you saw it coming at the very beginning of the drive. Now the Patriots were going to just try to shorten the game, and very effectively doing that. That's Falk for 4.
Once you get that first down, and then what's happening, they're running so well on first down, it puts them in complete control. And Tom Brady stands there and says, okay, fellas, just hang here for a minute as I get ready to call the play. All right, let's slowly walk to the line of scrimmage and just bleed every second they can out of that play clock.
They've had 5 first downs on the drive. Working that play clock, and a timeout this time by Brady. Driving again, looking for more, leading 28-14 in the opener. We are back with the Patriots 1st and 10 from the New York 17.
You got to make it happen if you're the Jets.
Sammy Morris shaken up earlier on this drive, returns. Gets the handoff. And Rhodes rides him down after a gain of 5 to the 11-yard line. Patriots today, look at these drives. This is their 4th one exceeding 60. They went 91 for a touchdown, 73 yards for a touchdown, 85 yards for a touchdown. This one's now covered 68 to this point. On top of a 108-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, the longest in NFL history.
Yeah, it's been impressive, and I'm not sure this is the most impressive drive of all, because this is one of those that seals the game. And the Jets, they know that, so you've got to be aggressive. See if you can create a negative play somehow.
Quick toss, Gaffney, his first catch. And he's bounced out by Revis, the rookie. You saw a quick glance of the Jets defensive coordinator, Bob Sutton.
Tom Brady, this is one of the plays not called in the huddle. Looks like it was a run to the left, but when a defender is too far off the receiver, they have a double play. It's just in their playbook. The receiver knows it. He was ready for it, and Tom Brady throws it out there quick to Jabbar Gaffney.
1st and goal, and O'Callahan, number 68, is an eligible receiver with the Patriots. Lined up on the left side, alongside Matt Light. On 1st and goal, Morris. Met head on at the 5. Dwayne Robertson waiting for him with open arms. And again, time just moving along here for the Patriots, running it down to the 8-minute mark.
Well, what they got going, 8 minutes to go. Maybe 2 more plays before they kick it, if that's what happens. But it's a 3-score football game. That's what makes it so difficult. That's what they've accomplished.
Heath Evans in the backfield now. Number 44. Back over to Moss. Trying to sidestep Revis, and the ball comes out. They're ruling him down. Ooh. Revis was ready to run off with it, although Watson was going to give chase if necessary, like he did against Champ Bailey a year ago in a playoff game.
Yeah, this is a play. Knees down.
Yep.
Everything's down.
No doubt about it.
To me, too high risk. I know it's Tom Brady. I know it's Randy Moss. He wasn't that far off of him. Just a tip ball, a fumble is the only chance. As you can see, Randy Moss down. The only chance the Jets have.
Good play there by Revis, too. This drive has taken now 10 minutes. It's 3rd and goal. Brady, pump fake, now goes to the other side and throws it away. Ran out of options and wisely got rid of it. Now they'll attempt to get up 3 scores as they bring out number 3, Gostowski.
Coverage that time very good. It looked like it might be an all-out blitz, but look what the Jets do. They double Wes Welker in the slot. So already we've seen double teams of Randy Moss and double teams of Wes Welker. A lot of problems this offense is going to give teams this year.
Brady had hit 11 in a row before that misfire. Chris Hansen on the hold now, and that's good from 22 yards. They change holders. It had been Castle. Hansen, the punter, comes in, holds for the field goal conversion. 31-14 Patriots. Playing without Richard Seymour, who had off-season knee surgery, and Rodney Harrison, suspended the first 4 games of the season in violation of the NFL's performance-enhancing substance policy. This is Leon Washington out to the 18-yard line.
You know, Jim, let's go back. What did we say at the beginning of the game? The Patriots, how will they handle all the jet blitzes? Well, here's one where they blitz. How they handled it most of the day. They throw it to Randy Moss going across the middle. Not only does he catch the pass, he gets extra yards. Then they blitz down inside, and Tom Brady uses his arm strength, gets it out quick. Wes Welker scores.
Now the Jets have brought in Clemens.
Yeah, no use putting Chad Pennington through any more turmoil with his right ankle. See if you can somehow hope he's well enough to play next week.
Second-year player out of Oregon. Looked sharp in the preseason. Good grab that time by Coles, who reached back to get it.
Yeah,
gain of 6.
Ellis Hobbs read it and was breaking, and I thought he was going to intercept it, but at the last second he pulled off. Not sure, you know, second-guessed himself when he was right the first time.
Clemens decides just to get rid of it. So Pennington in this second half gets twisted down and rolled over on the ankle.
Well, I tell you, you know, I said it earlier. It's not because of that, but Chad Pennington really played well today. He held his end of the bargain up. You know, it's not always, well, it's a starting record. He played well. He did as good as he could do. Some of his teammates didn't have great days.
3rd and 4 and 3 and out for the Jets. Pressure on the quarterback, Jarvis Green. The Rodney Harrison story. What did you make of that?
Well, Rodney Harrison did something he wasn't supposed to. People ask me all the time. I said, look, he was involved with an illegal substance. The NFL has a policy on it. He owned up to it, which I liked, and he's taking his punishment for it, Jim. I don't know what else you can say. You know, players, if you do something against the rules, you got to be willing to pay the price.
Ram with the kick. Fielded up by Welker. Ran up for it. And the Patriots will begin this next drive at the 47-yard line. Just 6 minutes remaining, and New England leads by 17. Maroney. Back him up as he reaches the midfield stripe. Eternal life has its dark side. Don't miss the thrilling new series from the producer of The Matrix, Moonlight. Premieres Friday, September 28th on CBS, America's #1 network.
You know, something as you watch this game, you think about it. You go, the Patriots, the offensive line has gotten a year older. They have had an outstanding day. But you've got an old-fashioned, really big, powerful football team that now has added a dimension that makes it explosive. That is just a tremendous combination for the NFL.
Maroney up the middle as they were trying to dupe them by faking Welker with the end around. You know, on this date in history, September the 9th, 1979, the Patriots defeated the Jets 56-3. It is still the largest margin of defeat in Jets history, along with the largest margin of victory in Patriots history.
Steve Grogan throwing those long ones, man. He can heave it up there with the best of them.
28 years ago today, back to the Patriots franchise opened on September the 9th, 1960. playing against the Broncos, and he lost their opener. It was Frank Tripucka led the Broncos to victory. Here we are on first down with Maroney. Third straight carry. Maroney now with 70 yards on the game.
You know, Jim, I'm not even going to overreact to the game with some of this performance because we know it's a long year and there's so many ups and downs. The Jets had such a really average start to the season last year, and then the last 6 games they played exceptionally well. And we know we went up to do the playoff game between New England and the Jets, and you know, New England, they were edgy, I don't want to say nervous, but they knew that there was a closeness about both teams, that they were going to play well to win. Today wasn't the case. New England's been dominant pretty much the whole day.
Over to Welker. And to make the move on Barrett, and flags come in. As Rivas stuck a hand in there, maybe a face mask, 9 yards.
That's another little play they have to try to eliminate a team from blitzing them too much.
Personal foul, face mask, number 36 in the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
I heard a lot of people saying that Wes Welker could be the real unheralded guy that didn't get all the attention of Moss and Stallworth, or even Thomas for that matter, joining this team, because he was so steady with led the Dolphins in receiving last year.
Yeah, well,
we've seen certainly a big contribution from him today. 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
I think I really did say that, and I have, because it only makes sense. The position he's going to play, he's going to catch a lot of short, third and short passes. You can see they're going to put some wrinkles into the game plan for him because he's so quick around the line of scrimmage, and he's close to the quarterback, which makes it easier to catch it too.
Maroney trying to drive squeeze as much out of that as he can. 3 yards.
You know, Jim, you don't take Randy Moss and say, hey, let's make him into a possession receiver. You got Randy Moss, and we saw the Patriots. That's what Bill Belichick has done so well. He defines roles for his players. And Randy Moss is going to be the big play. Go in there and make the killer.
I don't know if you saw that. Maroney now has a 20-carry game for the first time. Didn't have that last year as a rookie when he was splitting time with Corey Dillon. And someone, speaking of Dillon, who's now retired, that Maroney was quite effusive last night in talking about how much appreciation he had for his tutelage a year ago. Moss, one more grab and almost one more touchdown. Right over Rivas.
Yeah, we'll go back to it, but just there it is again. And this is what they're going to do. You're going to blitz, okay. Doesn't matter if you cover him, he's covered. But he can go up and get the football.
It's Evans. Barreling across for a touchdown. They haven't signaled it yet. Now they do. No?
Nope, second down.
They say the knee was down. It certainly looked like he was a half yard in.
But just go on and finish what you said about Lawrence Maroney. He thought Corey Dillon, ready to press, hurt people. He goes, this guy's going to be mean to me and all that stuff. And he goes, the exact opposite. Treated him wonderfully and really helped him along as a rookie running back last year.
He really believed that he tried to do everything he could, talking about Dillon, to try to make Lawrence Maroney shine. He said, I could see it in his eyes. He wanted it for me. He even thought he faked his tiredness a few times to get Maroney back onto the field. So he said, I want to do something for my old coach special this season. You're at the 1 yard line. Well, during that timeout at the 2-minute warning, Bill Belichick threw out the challenge flag, contesting that Evans was in fact across.
And you know something? I'll bet you people are going, oh, come on, why do you do it? Well, you want to score, and you have a chance to get the 6 points because you don't know what's going to happen the next play, a fumble snap, a fumble, whatever. So I think more coaches, when it comes to scoring decisions like this, they should challenge.
It was Evans, the ball carrier.
You know, too, Jim, I'm going to go back when I just said an opening comment about the heat. I thought it would be a factor today, but as you watch the game, both of these coaches believe so much. They play everybody. Everybody. Patriots, I tell you, everybody has a pretty good role in the game except the backup quarterback. That's about the only guy that doesn't get a lot of work. He believes in that.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. New England is charged a timeout.
So no go for Evans that time. Now looking into that New England huddle, I see not only Sal but also Mike Vrabel.
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just,
two of the linebackers come in on offense.
Oh yeah, this there's something about this. This excites players. Yeah, let me get in there. Junior say, I can do it. I always knew I could play tight end.
Say I was a fullback, and Evans has his touchdown. With Sayal leading the way. Evans up and over.
It really is. It's just keep your team involved. Ways to keep it going. See if Junior gets a block. Not bad.
He got on Vilma.
Yeah, what he did, he jumped in the air and stopped the defender from jumping.
Junior coming in. Yep, putting the helmet on somebody. That's the 5th touchdown of the day for the Patriots by 5 different players.
Well,
so again on the hold. They've earned that job now, I would think, full time. And Gostowski adds one more. And a lot of people that were saying, all the conjecture before the start of the season that New England is the single team to beat. Of course, Indianapolis, we saw how impressive they were on Thursday night. It's a tough schedule coming up here for the Patriots. Look at some of the road games. Now, what do you say after week 1? You look at these teams.
They're a tough team.
They're pretty good.
They just have the great combination. There's teams that have speed, and another one has this. Everybody has a little niche that they try to be successful with. The Patriots have everything right now. They have the offensive line. They got playmakers. They have the quarterback. And on defense, they're so deep. And that's hard to do in this league now, but they've got a deep team.
You look at their schedule. Their second game next week is against San Diego. Games 1 and 2 are in exact order of their first 2 playoff games last year.
Yeah.
Except they were at San Diego when they surprised the number 1 seed, and surprised in some minds. And the third team they met in the playoffs last year, where they blew the largest lead ever lost in a championship game in the history of the league, the 18-point lead that was overtaken by Indianapolis. They'll meet Indianapolis November the 4th. We'll have that doubleheader game on CBS. The AFC title game rematch. The game at Dallas on October 14th. And Washington with Mays trying to grab him by the shoulders. The executive producers of the NFL on CBS, Sean McManus and Tony Petitti. Today's game produced by Lance Barrow and directed by Mike Arnold. Senior producer of CBS Sports and the NFL Today, Eric Mann. Our director in the studio, Bob Mattina. Coordinating producer of CBS Sports is Harold Bryant. Videotape producer of today's game, Pete Radovich Jr. Our associate directors, Corey Fishman and Andy Friedman. Broadcast associates, Alex Birchie and Mike Friedman. Technical manager, Pete Callander. Technical director, Jonas Einstein. Audio supervisor, Ed Soltis. Clemens dancing around and goes for the short stuff. Ethan Cooperson up here in the booth. Tommy Spencer, as always, our editorial consultant. And Kevin McHale managing things up here as well. Second down and 7 for the Jets. Clemens.
You didn't give credit to the guy that carried your jacket up to the booth today.
Wait a minute. I'm schlepping like 4 pieces of luggage, okay?
You had a guy carry your jacket up.
Not.
I walked up here with you. Don't lie. You can admit it. It's okay.
Yeah, I can't.
You
didn't offer to help.
No, I was too busy talking about somebody carrying your jacket up to the booth. Oh, well.
Randy Moss, the 3rd highest total yardage in his career in a game.
Unbelievable.
183 yards.
Patriots, we know what they're about. Nothing goes to their heads. They're going to get beat on like they probably lost